Welcome, Coach. We're in the book of Philippians. We're going through the book, The Christ Pursuing Coach. Chapter 11, our final chapter. It's called Sufficiency. Do you really believe that Jesus is sufficient? Is God a great God? A great coach, so to speak? Does he know what he's doing? Can you trust that? The Apostle Paul had to face that reality. Sitting in prisons. In Philippians chapter 4, he hits a verse that's really used a lot. Verse 13, I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength. That's a verse that's been taken out of context so much. It's been turned into a health and wealth, prosperity seeking, make me happy verse when it's really about being contented in extreme circumstances. Not just difficult, but even extreme, no matter what. It's circumstance free, not circumstance based. The Apostle Paul learned how to be content in every single situation because he allowed himself to be trained by God for all of those situations. And that's exactly what God wants to do with you and me, Coach. That's exactly what he wants to do. That's why you go through all these ups and downs. I heard a story one time about a kid who got up an enormous amount of weight. Like, let's say it was 400 pounds, get it up there. And he dropped the weight and he goes, I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength. And the place went nuts. And then the strength coach who heard this went over and said, okay, let's add another 100 pounds to that bar now and let's do it again. It got pretty quiet. Because it's not about being able to do something to impress everybody. Maybe God will call you to do something like that. But the verse is really in the context of being able to, I can endure whatever is put on my back in terms of a burden, in terms of weight, in terms of the difficulty of life. I can put that on my back only because of Christ, who is my strength. And I can learn to be contented in a very difficult situation. So, Coach, yes, it is true. You can do all things through Christ who gives you strength.